Hi, Rob Bunting, the iMarketing Czar, here with Bob McCarthy of Serviceweb Systems at the Cincinnati AMA Interactive SIG, where Bob just gave a presentation on mobile marketing. How are you doing this morning?
Great. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm doing excellent. Tom Jones is working the camera for us today. I just want to ask Bob a couple questions to give folks an idea of what's happening in the mobile marketing space. And so I guess my first question would be, what is the adoption rate of mobile phones and web usage on smartphones looking like these days?
Actually growing astronomically. It's amazing how fast it's growing. We're really in a situation now where probably no later than 2012, mobile devices will be the primary mechanism for communicating with the internet. It's really going to supplant PCs and computers as the way to access websites. So a lot of work is underway right now to kind of translate what's on the web here into a format that can be really handled on a smartphone.
So we're going to be in a world where people are actually accessing the web more on their phone than on their home PC.
Rob, we're already in that. If you go outside of the United States, for example, smartphones are the primary mechanism that people do banking in Africa right now.
Really?
It's really the way in which people communicate in places like Asia. We've just had the infrastructure here to be able to access the web in a traditional way, and that's going to change probably within the next year.
Okay. When I think of mobile platforms in the U.S. right now, I think of iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry. How is that space evolving?
Well, and don't forget tablet computers,
Okay,
because you're going to see a tremendous number of those happening in the next year or so here. At this point in time, it's interesting how much this has changed even within 1 year. BlackBerry, because of its email capabilities, had really been the dominant force in the marketplace. That changed in the springtime, where you saw an explosion of apps for iPhone. So iPhone took market share, and now because of cost considerations and the number of different carriers and manufacturers, you're probably going to see Android is going to be the dominant platform for smartphones in the future here.
Okay. In your presentation, you talked about QR codes or quick response codes. People might have heard of that term. What are QR codes, and what are one or two examples of how they might be used?
Sure. If you've been driving down Route 32 or down I-75 here, you've probably seen the billboard with that funny-looking square on it with the ice cream cone on it. That's a QR code. Fundamentally, what that thing does is that pattern of little squares in there translates into a web address that actually goes to a website and then pulls down the information from the website.
Okay.
It uses tools that are free on the web, and it actually gives you the ability to not only do, for example, look at the website for Grader's Ice Cream, but also it does a lot of other things that are sort of embedded in that application there. So it's a very, very flexible tool that probably most businesses, including small businesses, are going to adopt over the next year or two here.
Okay, so that's what QR codes are. So you're CEO of ServiceWeb Systems. What is
Exactly.
ServiceWeb Systems, and what do you do?
What we do is we're building a lot of very innovative applications for smartphones. So we've got both people onshore and then offshore who are building applications for iPhone, iPad, Android, and then BlackBerry. So right now it's kind of a combination of either corporate that we're doing work for, or startup entrepreneurial firms that are building kind of the new applications that really people we haven't even thought of as something that you could use on smartphones at this point.
If people want to learn more, how can they get a hold of you?
They can either call me, and our phone number is 513-527-4886, or just go to the website, which is ServiceWeb SW. So ServiceWebSW.com.
Right, and I'm going to link to Bob's presentation here at the blog, and which is going to be housed on his website, so you can click the link there. So thanks very much, Bob McCarthy.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep.